Hello, everybody. Hello. Can we give a big hand of applause to this man for trying to say my name? Come on. Who threw this? What kind of heckling is this? Write some more jokes? What is this supposed to mean? So, yes. Hi, guys. My name is Victor Patrascan, and I'm the reason your friends voted last year. Hello. So, yeah, I assume you've already smelled me. You are right, yeah. I am an immigrant. But which kind? Let's decide. The floor is yours. Where the fuck is this guy from? Fuck off. Russian. Like I'm a drug dealer and an Uber driver on the side. Russian, no. Unfortunately, I'm Romanian. See, that's where the energy dies. But it's quite a new thing for me, being Romanian as well. It's quite a novel concept, because when I was back home, I was just a guy. Came over here, became Romanian. Sometimes I go to the United States, I become Mexican. Very fun being an immigrant. If you haven't been to Romania, guys, please go. It's a lovely country. Romania is a lovely country. It is. I actually went back home a couple of weeks ago to visit my mom, realized there's no crime anymore. Really, because there's no criminals. They've all left. They're all here. Hello. No, I'm kidding. There's still some criminals left at home. I don't know if you know this, but Romanians have been protesting against the corrupt government for the past months. And I assume some of you are thinking, how can some thieves protest against other thieves? It's quite ridiculous, isn't it? It's as ridiculous as a former empire protesting against immigration. But yeah. I know it's a pretty strange thing, a Romanian guy talking in English. I know that's pretty strange, because I've learned the language from Scooby-Doo. Yeah, would have gotten better at it if it wasn't for those meddling kids. But yeah, that's why I'm in this country, the English language. I love the English language. And the NHS. But more importantly, the English language. Yeah, I came to this country to do comedy. I came here with a heart full of dreams. Just a backpack full of clothes, and an asshole full of drugs. So, if anyone's looking, they're still up there. Anyone with long fingers? Long tongues? I'll take all the help I can get. No? No one? But yeah, love the English language. The English language is still confusing. It's still confusing for me. There's still confusing words like the word woodpecker. I don't know if that's a bird, a drink, or a medieval dildo. Watch the splinters, that's all I can say. There's one word in the English language that I have a few issues with. It's the word squash. I think it's a bit overused, the word squash. I imagine the first thing that was named was the vegetable. So they named that the squash. But if you squash that, maybe you get squash squash. Or is that a rumor? Someone needs to squash that rumor. What I'm trying to say is there's so many things called squash already. Then the sports people come along. They could have named their sport anything. Room tennis. Hit your friend with a ball for being a twat and playing squash. No, they went for squash. I think sometimes the English language is all about the details, all about the finesse, right? Like I was walking with a friend of mine on the street the other day, and a fox crosses the road. And I like foxes because they're like Romanians. They're sneaky, crafty, they eat from the bins. So the fox crosses the road, and my friend turns to me and says, "Look at that slender fox." And I'm like, "Whoa, slender? It's a skinny fox. Why call it slender? The fox doesn't care about political correctness." It's not like the fox has a bad image of itself because you just watched the Disney version of Robin Hood. It's a skinny fox. It's a hungry fox risking its life crossing the road, probably running after that chicken who keeps crossing the road. Not like the fox needs to lose a few pounds because he's not beach body ready. It's fine. It's a hungry fox. It's a hungry fox. But yeah, the English language. I like the English language. There's an expression that I'm really quite fond of. One of them is dirty immigrant. I'm trying to get it back, dirty immigrant. Yeah. Because I find it quite ironic. Dirty immigrant. Because there's an awful lot of us working in cleaning. How can you trust us with the good linen when we have such filthy hands? But yeah. But my all-time favorite English saying is go back to your fucking country. That's so close to my heart. But have you noticed that the people who say that have relatives who live in Spain? Tattoos in Chinese, shop at Lidl. It's pretty strange, isn't it? But yeah, there are people out there who do say go back to your country. But I don't think that's what they mean. Like, I'm sure they want me to vacate the premises. But I don't think they care where I go after that. I'm sure they're not very particular on Romania. Like, I can go to Liechtenstein. Like, as soon as I'm out of their field of vision, I can go next door. They don't. You know, right? Like, at the end of the evening, your MC is going to tell all of you, have a safe trip home. He doesn't really give a shit. Where do you go and what do you do? It's kind of like that. I was talking to someone the other day, and they told me that they believe that people should stay in the place that they were born. Yeah. Which would make my mom's vagina pretty busy. Like, it's already crowded as it is, but imagine if I hung around, right? And she had to stay in her mom's vagina. And her mom stayed in her mom's vagina. And her mom stayed in her mom's vagina. And her mom stayed in her. I think that's how Russian dolls were invented. They're a wooden metaphor for staying at home, never leaving the house. But yeah, there is a bit of tension in this country when it comes to immigration. There is a bit of tension. And I blame the media, right? The media is to blame. I imagine like The Guardian might print an article about a man jumping out of an airplane and surviving because he lives in a liberal bubble. And that just cushioned his fall. On the other hand, The Sun might write an article about a man jumping out of an airplane and surviving because he landed on immigrants. Because there's so many fucking immigrants in this country. They're everywhere. Of course he landed on them. When the reality is the guy had a parachute. See, reality is much more boring than... Yeah. I found a way to kind of tell apart a good newspaper from a bad one. Look at the front page and the back page with the sports. If they don't agree with each other, it's not a good paper, right? If the front page says, fucking immigrants, and the back page says, can dribble, it's not a good paper. If the front page says, of course, come over here and work, yeah, but don't pay them that much, it's not a good paper. If the front page says, save the polar bears, and the back page says, buy Mazda, okay, was this too high for you guys? All right, let's get back to the immigration stuff. So yeah, I think it's wasted energy fighting against immigrants in this country. It's because I'm not going to leave. Right? I think we can use those feelings and put them to good use, you know. I actually address issues in today's society. In this country, there's a big issue and no one's talking about it. You know the biggest problem in this country right now, guys? Do you know the biggest problem? Tourists. They come over here, they don't work, they don't pay taxes, they're always in the way with their fucking stupid questions and their bags on wheels. Hi, is this Leicester Square? Oh, fuck off. Right? Because the difference between an immigrant and a tourist is time. Immigrant minus time equals tourist. That's math. Check it out. It is. An immigrant would learn the language and the city eventually, but tourists don't have the time. They're here for a few days. They're speaking foreign languages. Danke schön, danke vel, je t'aime. Oh, fuck off. Learn English. Right? But there's probably tourists in here. This is not a dig at tourist. I'm a tourist. I'm an ignorant tourist myself. Let me give you an example. Last year I went to Spain. Just because I heard it mainly rains on the plane. I don't know Spanish. Still went there. I got one of those guys that try to teach you a foreign language. You know the ones I'm talking about? You know what the first thing they were trying to teach me? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Do you know what that means? Where is the library? Why the heck would I go to the library when I don't know the language? What am I going to do in a Spanish library? Start reading Spanish literature in Spanish? It's foreign to me. What am I going to do? Read Don Quixote in Spanish? That's like tilting at windmills. That was a joke for the intellectuals. Unfortunately, they couldn't be with us here tonight. But I was like, why are they teaching me about the library? Teach me useful things in Spanish. Things that I can actually use in Spanish. You know, where's the bathroom? How's the economy? Have you seen Madeline? You know. Useful things, right? All in all, it was a good experience. My trip to Spain was good because I've learned a lot. Because after I left, when I left Spain, I went to the Vatican. Has anyone been to the Vatican? You've been to the Vatican, sir? It's pretty nice, isn't it? My priority in the Vatican was to use the holy toilets. Yeah. But now I was ready. I was like, ¿Dónde está la shitter? Going to the gents. They were blocked up with holy shit. So I have to go next door, use the toilet for disabled people. I go in there, I do my business. When I walked out, people thought it was a miracle. I walked out the disabled toilet. They all started touching me and kissing me. They didn't care I was smelling like the Holy Ghost. They thought God works in mysterious ways. Probably that holy water splashback touched and cured my legs. I hope we've learned something tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we have. Because it's good to know, right? Do we all agree? It's good to know stuff in life? Yeah. You know that old saying, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. You know what I'm saying? Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. But if you don't teach him how to fish, you'll probably make him suck your dick. Because you're the only one who knows how to fish. You're in charge of the fish supply. You can make the bastard do anything you want. I think what I'm trying to say is, I don't know how to fish. Thank you very much. Bye.